Hey partners, today we're going to fix the Ruby and holster. Let's get into it. You're watching Today I Grew Up. So movie accurate Woody was done, but I wasn't happy with the holster. As you can see, I didn't have a silver lining detail on this Ruby, and it kind of ripped and I cracked it off. So this is not going to work. I cut it off the holster because it was glued on. Here I peeled everything off so that I can paint it and cover the scratches. So I made it as smooth as possible, and I'm going to paint it with a paint. Craft store I found this really nice paint. It's called Burnt Sienna, and it really looks like the brown for the holster, and so I was very happy to find this paint, and I think it's going to be perfect. Huge shout out to Not a Toy Company who made this yellow piece here for me. I found this washer at Home Depot, believe it or not. They're just flat washers. Number 6, I guess, is the size of it, and it comes with a lot of them. This is the perfect size for the silver detail for Woody's holster. I don't know, it was just an accident. I had them in my toolkit and it really worked out. So that is what I'm going to use for the holster part. And then I have my craft store Ruby that I'm going to overlay on this. So as you see, it's going to look really nice and cleaned up, because before it was a little too messy and it was missing that silver detail. So now it's going to look a lot better, and I'm really excited for that. I'm going to put some paint here in the corner of the plate. This is such a great color, and we're going to repaint the holster. Now what's great about painting this is that it gives it kind of like a leather finish look, and it's really close to the color he already had, so it really doesn't need much paint coats because I'm painting brown on brown essentially. So it looks really nice now, and I just gotta let it dry, and it looks kind of like a worn leather look, so that's really cool. It's actually an accident. So when I paste the new Ruby on there with the detail, it's gonna look almost brand new. Now the hardest part about the Ruby is you have to center it and glue it down, and that is very challenging. I went very slowly. I used a very strong super Gorilla Glue, and I got that washer pasted on to the casted yellow part, so that worked out. And then I laid the Ruby over that washer, and yeah, it was a pain in the neck to get it right, but I feel like this is the best I could do, and it really does look like Woody's Ruby now. And it's really cool because it has real silver detailing because it's a washer, so it's real metal and it's not a fake brushed metal or anything. So that's something I really like about this, is that it is even though it's not a real Ruby technically, it's real metal, and I like that look. This just looks more expensive in deluxe now, so I really love how this came out. I let the paint dry overnight, 24 hours, and I was really happy to see the result. It actually is a very texturedized paint, so it looks leather, and that's what I wanted on the holster. I want it to look kind of like a leather material, and it's really nice to have the jewel inlay like that just popping out. So it looks really good. In my personal opinion, it's probably my favorite Ruby, only because I made it myself, so I have a little more pride in it because it's my personal Today I Grew Up custom Woody, basically. So I really like this, and it's really fun, and it actually wasn't really hard to do. I just had to be really careful and go very slowly. This stuff is no joke. If you're wanting to use a really strong super glue, the Gorilla Super Glue Gel, it's really hard. I had to like use toothpicks to scrape it out of there. It's a really tough glue. It really works. The only problem is once you set it, it's gonna stay permanent. So be very careful when using this. If you do use this, it works the best, but it's also the hardest to work with because you have to place things perfectly. Because once it sticks really good and forever. So that worked really well. I really like the leather look. It's so crazy to me that just some texturedized paint could make it look leather and pure leather. This still has this part that flaps out, and I like that it just stuck on really well. There was no issues with it getting stuck on. I don't know, I just think it's a huge improvement for what we had. It just looks, Woody looks more deluxe now. It actually, to me, feels more authentic now. The weathered, worn leather look really reminds me of something more authentic that Woody would have in the 1950s to now. If you found him, he would be pretty worn, but it looks leather. So that's really cool. I don't know, this is probably my favorite custom mod so far for this Woody project. So now let's put it on Woody. So here it is. Now Woody has it on. I think it looks really nice now. It just looks cleaned up. It looks a little more professional. And I just really like the leather look now. I'm way happier with this look of Woody than I was before with the old holster. So, and I also wanted to try something new and different. So hopefully you enjoyed this look at upgrading the holster and Ruby. I think it looks really cool and unique, and that's what makes this Woody a little bit more special, because he is a Today I Grew Up custom mod. And it's a little bit different than some of the other mods that I've seen out there. So I definitely am happy with this Woody now. I think I'm gonna give it a rest and just enjoy it in my display case. And I just really love this now. So let me know in the comment section below. Did you like my upgrade and what I did to fix Woody's holster and Ruby? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, partners, thank you so much for liking and commenting on these videos. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. If you want to continue to help support me and get to 100,000 subs this year, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure!
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man.
You are a child's plaything!
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.